So I pressed the shuffle button on my YouTube music likes for this exercise. And the first song, YouTube Knows Me, gives me an AC/DC song from this record. I love this record more than some of the other grandparents out there don't have as much love for those about to rock. We salute you, and I do. See, it is part of the album title. You know, For Those About to Rock is the only song played on the radio and played live in concert. I think the whole album kills. And including the song they played me, Evil Walks. Oh, that's killer. YouTube, you know me. Gave me Evil Walks to start my exercise. Damn. That's a cool song. If you haven't heard For Those About to Rock in a while, put it on. I find it killer. All killer, no filler. Absolutely great record. Go back and hear it again. Hey group, welcome to Extract Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. And today, it's time to recharge our batteries. We listen to new music, and I listen to a new record every day. Trying to find something cool for you. But sometimes I gotta recharge my batteries and reconnect to why I own all this stuff behind me and behind the camera, beside the camera, in my living room, in my other room. There's bookshelves everywhere of CDs with cool records that I bought with my bread. And so, play along in the comments. You press your shuffle button on your YouTube music likes, and you can put together a list of your YouTube music likes. Just start liking videos and go, I love Ted Nugent and Kiss, and start liking those songs, like those videos. You have a library then. Press the shuffle button. What you get? I got about, 4,300 tunes right now? The max is supposed to be 5,000, I think. So, some cool stuff comes up. Next, so I listen to about 40, 50 songs, and these are the highlights. Okay? So speaking of AC/DC, we love Angus. The last record was pretty good from AC/DC, Power Up or something like that. Want to hear a younger, the young AC/DC with lots of energy in the 21st century? You get this album, No Bull. Rock and roll remains forever. Is that what it says down there? Yeah, something like that. James Van Hest, from Australia, of course, where AC/DC's from. He is, boy is he ever, the AC/DC disciple, of the 21st century. Never mind he looks like Sid Vicious with that picture. Never mind that. We love you, James. James is such the AC/DC disciple. He plays all the instruments. He's Phil Rudd. He's Cliff Williams. He's Malcolm. He's Angus. And he's a singer. Doesn't sound like Brian Johnson through. Sounds like himself. But he's in the gruff territory like Brian is. Not a Bon Scott style singer. He's a Brian James era singer, but doesn't sound like Brian. It's cool as heck. When I review a record, I can't keep every song on a record. You know, I only got 5,000 songs I can keep. I kept all 11 of these tracks. Could not help myself. This is a great record. The song that YouTube gave me was End of the Road. You know, heck, there's 5 of these from James. 3 is No Bull. No Bull is, of course, the iconic live DVD and album by AC/DC. It was made in Spain, right? In a bull rig. You know, No Bull. So, yeah, all the other songs and album titles were taken by whatever number of tribute bands. So, James dug and went, oh, no one took No Bull? That's my band name. Absolutely amazing stuff. Yeah, when James is live, he has a band. He has a good band. You can hear that on his Volume Dealer live set. But his studio, 3 No Bull, and there's 2 solo. James Von Hest. And it's great stuff. So you want to hear new AC/DC style songs with youthful energy, you go here. Heck, there's video of James like busking in Melbourne and busking playing AC/DC songs. Ah, that's cool. So check that out. How about some Zappa? The song they played me was, you know, More Trouble Every Day. Great song, and a great live version from this set, Cheaper Than Cheap. You have to hear this. If you haven't heard it, it came out last year. If you haven't heard this, go on YouTube and listen to it. The mix is amazing. It's like they're playing in your living room. And that's what, you know, my cheap yellow clip speaker thing. It sounds like they're playing in your living room. The mix is amazing. And the performance, of course, is top notch. It's Zappa. And this band, you know, the nerds, the Zappa nerds out there will go, oh, that's so and so and so. I just recognize Ruth Underwood because I'm a perv. And this was Zappa. What he was doing in 1974. He went, I'm going to record one of my concerts, you know, in my rehearsal space so I can control, you know, everything. And, you know, just invite some friends and we'll record it and we'll sell it to TV. And, you know, NBC, CBS, ABC, one of them will buy it. And I'll make some money and promote my band and my new records, and it'll be great. Well, we never heard it until last year. Why? There was a technical glitch in the sound in the video. And so he couldn't sell that. And he couldn't fix it. But Joe Travers and Zappa Incorporated, with new technology, they fixed it. And now we have it, you know, over 50 years later. It's great. Yeah. Never mind all the other live Zappa that we keep on getting. This is the gold standard. You know, never mind. This is the gold standard. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't have some of the screwy songs that people, it got cone heads. This is a really classic set. Yeah, nice selection of tunes. More Trouble Every Day. A song appropriate for 2026. more trouble every day. Indeed. Go check that set out. You'll love it. Turn the page, page 2. For those of you who remember who I'm referring to, Paul Harvey. Page 2. And there's people around the world going, one, there's younger people who don't know who Paul Harvey is. And two, there's people around the world who don't know who Paul Harvey was. He's dead now, and retired and dead. Oh well. I digress. I put this in the hype, didn't I? In the title? What? Zappa with Gillan? What? What? Born Again. You know, after Dio left, or fired, or whatever the case was. And so they had to get a new singer. And so, hey, let's get another Blackmore singer. Get another singer Richie Blackmore had and bring him in. It worked the first time. Dio worked out great. Let's bring in Ian Gillan. And Ian Gillan screams on this record. He couldn't scream as well after this. He blew out his chords, man. Or blew out something. Couldn't quite scream, I should say. Again, like he screams here. Look at that cover. Legend has it, they took a baby picture of, Ozzy's oldest boy, Jack. When he was a baby. He was born about this time, and it's like, that's supposed to be like a Jack as a demon. So I love this cover. This cover is great. I love this thing. And the album's great. Takes some getting used to. They ain't Ozzy. They ain't Dio. The song they gave me was Zero the Hero. The one song that Ian doesn't really scream on. Zero the Hero is a heck of a tune, man. You have to hear that. If you never heard this record and never heard Zero the Hero, it's amazing. And I'll leave you with the iconic story of how Ian Gillan joined Black Sabbath for this fine record and tour. Well, I'll give you two stories. First, so Keezer and Tony, bassist and guitar player from Black Sabbath, they invite Ian to the pub. Hey, we want to talk to you, Ian. Meet us at the pub. And they get, completely slackered. And the next morning, Ian gets waken up with this hangover by a phone call. It was the 80s, kids. No answer machines. No, when the phone rings, you had to get up and answer. Who's calling? I don't know. I have to answer the phone to find out. So Ian picks up the phone with his headache and his hangover. And it's his manager. His manager tells Ian, when you make career decisions, you really should talk to me first. And Ian, he's hungover. Doesn't remember nothing from last night. What? You joined Black Sabbath last night. Pretty much Ian, Tony, Keezer, Bill Ward came back in the fold for this record. Last record that Bill Ward would do, before he got himself straightened out. They were all drunk all through this tour. Legend has it. Second story from this fine tour and record. So they go on tour, and they go, Oh, you know what would be great for the set? For the stage? Let's reproduce Stonehenge. Stonehenge. The big ass stone stuff in England. Let's make a life-size typification of Stonehenge. It was too big. Black Sabbath at this time was not, wasn't playing arenas. They were playing theaters. Stonehenge was too big to get into doors. You saw the ripoff by Spinal Tap. Spinal Tap took that story and did the opposite. Spinal Tap goes, oh, we want Stonehenge for our stage set. And they make it too small. Remember? The true story, the real story is they made it too big. They made it life-size. They had a good time. Black Sabbath had a good time with this record. We didn't get a second record with Gillan because, hey, T Purple got back together. But this, great fun. Great fun. Okay, bonus third story. You realize Ian Gillan was the original Jesus Christ in Jesus Christ Superstar. The man who was on the cast recording of Jesus Christ Superstar. If you get the original cast recording, Ian Gillan is the Lord and Savior. And later becomes the lead singer for Black Sabbath. I love this record. I love it. If you haven't heard this, it's on YouTube. Go listen to it. Crank it up a touch. Annoy the neighbors with Ian just screaming. Oh, glorious. Can I go into the 21st century? We've been in this 21st century for 26 years, you grandparents. You other YouTube rock show hosts. Let's talk about the 21st century. Amyl and the Sniffers. They're doing good business, man. And they should. Amyl and the Sniffers are great. YouTube gave me the video for their song Big Dreams. The one with Amy and the guys on bikes. And Amy singing the song on the back of a bike behind whatever guy she's holding. And the bikes are, you got motion and everything in the desert. It's a really good video. Yeah, the song is pop and mellow. But man, it's not a love song, man. Big dreams, gonna make it. And she's making it. Amy, you know, Led Zeppelin 4, put the name of the band and the album on the cover, please, next time. I like just playing this behind me, but, you know, if you're not Amy and the Sniffers fan, you don't know what it is. And for Pete's sake, you know, if she flashes the camera with her breasts, don't blur them out. The price of selling records. And she's doing good business touring around the world. You know, it was a good sized venue for the concert she had in Cleveland. Another 21st century song and a song for 2026. The Hip Hip Priests. Name of this EP is We Become Nothing. Good, guys. I'm 65. That's a fine sentiment when you're 25 or 35, maybe 45. When you're 65, I don't want to think about that. Come on. I'm on the last leg of the run. Come on. The song it gave me, that YouTube gave me, a fine song. Home is where the hate is. That explains everything. That explains Trump and the right-wing fascists around the world right now. Yeah. I mean, in America, when we elected Obama, we thought, post-racial society, you elected a black president of America. Smooth sailing from here. And then Trump replaced him. White people in America went, bull crap. And after all that, education in the public and private schools in America and around the world about one world, and we're all kumbaya, black people and brown people and yellow people and Jews and Muslims and women are equal, and somehow people went, screw that. And elected Trump, well, twice eventually. And where this came, is it come from the schools and the media? Well, Fox, that exception. But, home is, the hate is coming from your parents. Not us. No, we're cool. But, from our parents. Home is where the hate is. That's what brewed this current environment of proud Nazis campaigning in my home state just, this last 6 months, and amazing. And it's a really cool song. Never mind the politics of it. And it was a blunt song, because if you don't get the point, there's a voiceover clip that got from somewhere of a guy explaining the increase in hate crimes in England. Because hip priests are from England. They're a cool band. And, I only know them for that EP. But, playing the song again before I pressed the record button, ooh, there were some cool song titles in there. I'll have to go back and listen to some more hip priests. My 7th. I'm going to challenge myself again. From Germany. Old school rock and roll. Old school 70s style. Hard rock and roll. All right, I got to pick up my notes and remind myself. And of course, they don't put the name of their band or album on their cover either. Rockenbolle. Rockenbolle. That's the name of the band, Rockenbolle. Cool cover. But it'd be nice if they had the name of the record and the band name. Rockenbolle. I think I'm doing it right. I got a phonetic spelling out and everything. I think I got it right. They're from Hamburg, Germany. They don't sound like 70s Priest or AC/DC or Sabbath or Zeppelin, but boy, you hear the influence of all of it in their stew. Just straightforward hard rock, 21st century band, singing in English, and they won 2020 the German Music Awards, or whatever it's called. The best hard rock band in Germany in 2020. They will still be the best hard rock band in Germany in 2026. I have I have a feeling they might be. Absolutely great record here. The record is called Old School. Old School. And boy, is it ever. It isn't punk. It isn't any of the hyphens. It isn't heavy metal. It isn't thrash. It isn't stoner. It isn't a lot of things that came after 1979. It is just plain hard rock of, the icons that we love from 1979. All of them. Blue Oyster Cult over that way, and AC/DC over there, and my UFO over here, and my Van Halen over there. It's all of that OG hard rock 70s stuff boiled in, and it's great stuff. The song they gave me speaks to me, and YouTube tells me we're now a young audience out there. It may be changing now. Maybe someone under 40 is watching right now. We kind of discourage the kids. I go, not for kids. Sneak in, kids, sneak in. Come on. The song is Never Too Old. That's right. If it's too loud, you're too old. If it's too fast, you're too old. If the whiskey is too strong, you're too old. If it's too fast, you're too old. It's a great song. And a great band. And you should. I got the spelling in the description. Rockenbolle. Rockenbolle. It rhymes with doll. Ball rhymes with doll. Did I get it right yet? No. Okay. Rockenbolle. Rockenbolle is not, they like the name because it has the word rock in it. R-O-C-K. But actually, it has nothing to do with music. The word is for a garlic or wild onion that's used in cooking. It's a little bit on, according to what I read, it's a little bit unedible by itself, but you grind it up. It's a pretty good ingredient for your cooking. Rockenbolle. And they had the word rock in it, so they went, that's our band name. Great band. Check them out on YouTube, of course. The album is Old School. And I have a review. I have a review of the new stuff. I got the Amyl And The Sniffers review. Got, I said who I did, right? So anyways, you like this video? Give it a like. Subscribe to X Rock Corner. Ring the notification bell. And press your shuffle button of your YouTube music likes. What comes up? What's the highlights when you press that shuffle button? What do you get? You're not old and lame. You listen to hip stuff. Share. I gave you what I'm listening to. Well, these are the highlights of the 40 songs I listen to, but what are your highlights? Press that shuffle button. Have a good time. You program the station. If it sucks, it's your fault. You pick the songs. So share. And for the latest in action rock, HighEnergy rock, garage rock, punk rock, psychobilly, stoner rock, anything that really rocks in the 21st century, and those classic legacy bands with those new stuff. I forgot to mention, because I spent too long in the Black Sabbath and how cool that album and tour was. Jesus Christ is fronting Black Sabbath. No one mentions that. Come on. That's hilarious. Jesus Christ fronts Black Sabbath. My God. But new Deep Purple next month. About 5 weeks, if I remember right. About 5 weeks, we're going to get new Deep Purple. And if Ian screams on that, glory hallelujah. He hasn't screamed in years. And new Rolling Stones. So cool stuff is coming up. And new Hawkwind. That's coming up soon too. We got from the old guys, they're 80. Yeah, everything else we're getting from the old guys are just reissues of their old stuff. Because they're 80. More power to the Stones and Deep Purple. They got new stuff coming out. And Hawkwind. Okay. And others. But it's mostly reissues. Whatever. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.